You've looked at the website, you've crunched the numbers, you're thinking hard about the store first proposition, and that's absolutely right. But what you really need now is a bit of comfort from somebody who's been through the whole process themselves. You would like to hear from someone who's maybe bought, rented, who's sold perhaps at a profit, who's maybe even bought some more, maybe even a long-term investor. Well, you're in luck, because I have a very happy, delighted and committed store first customer with me now. His name is Daren Loyd, and he thinks the whole offering is really rather good. Now, Daren, you have bought units, you've rented them successfully, you've sold at a profit, and you've reinvested.
That's quite right, Quentin, yes. The whole process was quite a surprise, to be honest, because having researched the industry, I was very keen to get involved. Didn't quite think I'd be in a resale opportunity as quickly as I have, but it's happened, and it's gone through quite successfully.
So tell me about that resale opportunity. Was it difficult? Was it long-winded? Did you have to market it heavily?
I didn't. I found that there's quite a hunger for the units here in Blackburn, and fortunately I had 2 units that were being sought, and it was quite smooth. The whole process lasted about 2 weeks, from initial inquiry to seeing the sale through, and then I reinvested straight away in units locally as well.
But did you make a profit?
I did make a profit.
Good. And you're not going to tell me what profit that was, which is fine. And you've reinvested. So why then are you looking at this clearly as an investor? Because you've got how many units? 12?
I've got 12 units, or had 12 units here,
Yeah.
and I've now expanded those to 15 units.
Why do you see this as something that it's worth pumping your money into?
I think, having thought long and hard about the world of investment in recent years, and having a level of discomfort with certain things I've been advised on, I just like the feel of being able to touch this product. It's locally to where I live as well. I know the people involved quite well that are renting them for me, so I just feel a comfort level, I think, Quentin, as to you know, my money's in safe hands. That's how I feel at the moment.
And knowing that it's being run properly by nice people is important to you?
Absolutely. Nice people, but professional. As I say, the facilities are first class, and I think that the whole attraction of the way this operation runs is the secret.
And you know quite a bit about the storage market, because you've looked at America and stuff like that, and you can see that it is a growing segment.
Yes, before I got involved originally last year, I looked at the American market and the literature that was available, could see that things were growing quite substantially in the UK, and this was probably the right time to get involved in it. You know, my timeline is not to be in this for 20, 25 years, but maybe a 5, 7, 10-year period. So, you know, getting in at the beginning is quite important for me.
And build up your portfolio of units, take your rental income and then sell for profit, reinvest. And are you looking at a geographical spread?
I'm quite excited about this location, but also there are 1 or 2 other areas that I know are on the plan, in the London area perhaps, and also in the north, which are attractive as well. So even though I like to go and visit these areas, I think the location is key, and that there's a good activity level around those locations as well.
London, Daren, a bit risky for you northerners. So tell me about the kind of mechanics of renting it. Was that easy? Was it difficult? Could you get tenants?
Initially, there was a timeline between buying the units, them being available and ready, and just making sure that I visited the management here to put my point across that mine were the best ones to rent. So there was a little bit of pushing there, but I didn't find it too difficult. You know, I think that this particular area is quite appealing, and it just shows that the location that was picked was most important. As I say, I think that the facilities here for renters to move in, and the prices as well that are very, very competitive, add all that together, and I think that we've got a ready-made product.
You're obviously a canny investor. If you had to kind of say to me, what are the great strengths of this offering, what would they be?
I think the appeal, you've got to look at the end user, and is it appealing, are the prices right, to get the right tenants in, and the facilities. As I say, one of the main attractions for me was the fact that they've got Wi-Fi, 24-hour access, it's very secure, which is another major point. So even though I was comfortable with the type of investment, I always looked at the end user, the type of person who would want to rent a unit, as being the most important thing, and I think that add it all together and the ingredients give a massive tick in the box for me.
I'm a passionate believer of this, and I've got a unit. But to an investor who's watching this, and to somebody who's maybe got a SIPS pension and is thinking of putting their money into this, what would you say are the strengths of this as an investor?
As an investor, I think, as I touched on earlier, that it's something you can watch very closely and touch and feel. I think that, first and foremost, it's a market that I believe has got some longevity to it and some growth compared to other things, other products within SIPs that I've invested in the past, that I'm relying on other people's thoughts and processes to make things work for me. But I think with this particular one, I'm more of a hands-on type of person, and I can watch it more closely. I think that has the biggest appeal as an investor. And
better than the FTSE and gold and property?
Well, I remember not too long ago, the millennium, when they were talking about the FTSE getting up to 7,000, and as we all know, it halved and it went south. So I just have lost faith in the FTSE. There's been rallying recently, as we know, but I certainly wouldn't want to invest money in the next few years. I wouldn't advise my children to do that. I think go and find something that you can believe in with a passion and touch and feel, and I believe this is one of those products.
And the key, and you keep touching on this, is that it's low maintenance, but if you want to go and have a look at it, you can almost pick it up and touch it, can't you?
Absolutely. As I say, location for me is important. My offices are local as well, so it's easy for me to come and see it, see what the progress is like, and you know, speak to the management involved and get a real insight into how things are progressing. As I say, that's the touch and feel element to this particular product.
Great. Thank you very much, Daren.
Thank you.